not even recording. Okay, now I'm recording, so we didn't miss the chunk of it. Glad I saw that. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you guys the numbers so that you can like really see what we're dealing with as a team and why you should be jacked. And I just really want this to motivate you in that sense. So the first thing I want to do is just kind of give you guys some upcoming stuff to get excited about. So first of all, I want to be more consistent. That is just what, like, the one thing I was really convicted of on this trip. I was like, Lauren, you know better. Like, you need to be more consistent. You need to set team calls. Like, when our Friday at 2 p.m. time started not being the best, I just kind of like threw my hands up in the air and was like, I don't know, but like, we need consistent team calls. So that's going to be Saturdays at 8 a.m. Central Standard. Saturdays, because that is just, we have a lot of working girls, and so that's just what's going to work for us the best. We are going to have action hours. This is probably not going to be a Zoom call, but just me going live into the challenge group. But I don't know, we could probably do Zoom calls. We'll just see. We'll figure it out. But Mondays at 2 p.m. Central Standard, this is not something that's like make or break, you need to be there, but it is something where it's like, hey, if you're struggling getting your like checklist done, because you keep hitting roadblocks, it'd be really good to come in on this so that like you can ask questions as you go. Like, how do I connect with people? How do I go from here? What do I say to this kind of question? Like that kind of stuff. Super Saturdays coming up. If you have one near you that you want to attend, I highly encourage it. I think they're super fun. I'm personally not going to be partaking in this one just because Summit like takes a lot out of me, and so I'm not going to be going to a Super Saturday. But if you didn't go to a Super Saturday or a Summit, you need to find a Super Saturday to go to because they are a good time. And there's usually one pretty close. If not, we can live stream the video together. And somehow I'll figure it out. The morning meltdown, what is that? Sneak peek. Okay, so do you remember the virtual gym girl flash sale page on Facebook that we had? I can now change that name. So I'm going to make it something Morning Meltdown 100-ish. And we are going to make it a flash sale in the sense that they are $20 off. So that is on sale. And then you can even have the like extra added bonus of having, if you are an active coach, which means you have an HD order that is active. And it doesn't have to be Shakeology. If you're just an Emerald or below, it can be 50 PV or below. But if you are an active coach, you're going to get 3 promo codes, and you should already have them, 3 promo codes in your inbox that you can send to people, where as they're checking out, they can put that promo code in there, and it takes an additional $10 off their order, but you still get the full volume amount from it. So that's a big deal. That's like a really big selling point. So we're going to do a flash sale for that on the 19th and 20th, because that will give people enough time to get their order in and get their Shakeology and stuff by the time it starts on the 29th. Coach Sneak Peek, July 26th and 27th. And the reason I'm doing it that way is because the Super Saturday stuff is going to be geared toward Coach Sneak Peek stuff. So I'm assuming they're going to be giving us a lot of tools to do that. The boot camp for Morning Meltdown 100, I'm calling ours Rise Up. My personal boot camp, so if you're in my boot camp, it's going to be called Rise Up Morning Meltdown 100. And that's going to be July 29th, obviously, when that like fully kicks off. Alexis, I have it right here where it says 5:15 for those Zoom workouts. Is that are you still doing that?
I haven't been for like the last week and a half, but I'll get back into it since the school year is approaching. So.
Okay. I'll do it. So I'm in. You tell me when you're ready to start, and we'll start doing that because I like that.
Okay.
And then, so this is a big deal, and this is actually very time sensitive. Summit 2020 is in New Orleans. I didn't know it was abbreviated to NOLA until I went. So I don't like to tell people it's in NOLA just in case they don't know that's New Orleans. But that is on July 15th through the 19th of next year. Lise already actually has a place for us to stay that is legit, and it's only $125 a person, which is a really good deal. It has a kitchen, so if you guys know the food situation from Indy this past time, you know that's a really big deal. And then it's going to be able to keep all of us, or host all of us, I guess I should say. So that's really exciting. And I say $125 here, but that's also the price of the ticket tonight. So the price of the Summit ticket goes up as the months go by, just because they have less and less time to plan for coaches as they enroll later and later. So if you purchase a ticket tonight, it is $125, which is the cheapest it can be. From here, I think it goes up to $145. So not a crazy jump, but still $20 is $20 in my world. So there's the nitty gritty stuff. Now, here is, oh, my fire is so lit right now. So like, if you guys, it's just crazy. We went into Summit, me and Alexis and Bronte and Amber, like we went into Summit as a 1-star diamond team. Finally. Now it's not totally official because Alexis has to hold that rank for 5 weeks before it is an official, like we are a 1-star diamond team, but I have no doubts that she's going to do that. So I'm totally fine with having to qualify and wait for that. So I want to tell you what Elite is to remind you guys, because at the beginning of the year, I got on here on a team call and was like, hey guys, so I finally think I've set a goal for our team, because I was so scared to set a goal for you guys, just because I didn't want to like scare you off, or I didn't want you to think that because there's a goal like that you're less than because you don't hit it. But to be honest with you, and I'm going to get to this later, setting a goal for us tells you guys that I believe in you. And so it's the best thing I've ever done, because instead of saying like, oh, like, hey, we're just going to do what we want to do, like we're now united, which is part of the name of our team United Legacy. We're now united in a purpose and like moving forward in a purpose. And also I believe in you. And I always have, but I was just scared to say something. I don't know why. I'm sorry. So at the beginning of the year, I was like, guys, this is the most terrifying thing I've ever said, but we're going to go for Elite. And when I said that, I really thought we could, I'll be honest with you. But my idea was, if you shoot for the moon, you land among the stars kind of thing. Like, well, let's shoot for it, and then whatever happens, happens. And obviously that's still my mindset. Like, if we don't get Elite, I'm not just going to like disappear and think that the world has come crashing down. Like, I'll still be pumped. I'm pumped where we've gotten so far. But as I was there this weekend, I kept telling myself, I was like, hey, like, it's okay. It's okay if we just get Premier. I kept like trying to tell myself that. I was like, it's okay. It's okay if we just get Premier. And it's okay if this is all that happens. And it's okay if like, like whatever. And I kept trying to like downplay what I really felt called to do, if that makes sense. And I can't explain it to you guys. If you are a believer, you just know the feeling that I'm talking about. Like, God was like, stop it. I didn't tell you to play small. I called you to believe in your girls and to tell them that and to show them and get them to their goals as well. Because here's the deal. I know you guys want to be diamond. Like, if I sit here and play small, what is that doing for you guys? It does nothing for you. All it does is make me comfortable. And that's stupid. Like, it's just stupid to downplay our goal as a team, where you guys end up not making as much income for your family and not dreaming big and not growing out of your comfort zone because I was happy with where we are. Like, that's dumb. So Elite. So here's where it gets scary. But if your dreams don't scare you, then they're not real dreams. 5-star diamond and above. Like I just said, we are now a 1-star diamond qualifying team. So that means, math here, we need 4 more diamonds. All right. There are way more than 4 girls on our team that are capable of hitting diamond. Way more. So that's possible. Check. We can do that. We need 105 Elite points. I don't know if you guys can see right there. We have 97. And that doesn't count the 27 points that Carly Wilson got for us by herself this month once the month rolls over. So do the math there. We've got the points. We need 5,000 team volume in our week leg over a 5-week period. I know this is Greek at this point for some of you. We have 2,500. And that, honestly, to me, like, that doesn't scare me, because I know if we get 4 more diamonds, the volume's going to take care of itself. Like, that's not something I'm like, oh, we got to get the volume, because I know if we're diamond coach, if we get 4 more, we're going to get that. So our overall team rank for this month, out of all the 400,000 coaches in the network, is 220. Like, do you see why I know we can hit Elite now? Like, are you seeing these numbers? Is this computing? So like I literally I just can't, as the hip young girls would say, I just literally can't right now. Okay. I can't. So there's that. Why? And so here, I just kind of already said this just because I feel so strongly about it. But what are the benefits for you guys? Like, why in the world do I care? Hold on, I'm going to move you guys over on my screen. Like, why do you want, like I used to hold back from telling you guys, oh, I think we should be elite, because I was like, oh, that's selfish. Like if we're elite, like they just probably think it's like the Lauren show. And that's not the case, because if we're elite, that means you guys are leaders. Like if we're elite, that means that you guys have stepped up and you have leveled up, and now you are diamonds. And then therefore you have a capable team that can go to elite. So like, if I don't do this for you, then you will never do this. And so I just feel a very strong responsibility, a very big responsibility to do that for you guys. The benefits are a higher income. That's nothing to be afraid of, like nothing to be afraid of. I'm a big Dave Ramsey fan, and he's all about like earn more money and you can give more. Here's the thing, you guys, like you are good people. Like all of the girls on our team, I'm just amazed at who you all are. And I want you guys to have as much money as possible, because I know the world will be a better place if there's more money in your hands. You'll be able to give more. You'll be able to serve more. You'll be able to have more time to devote to serving more. Like I want you guys to have the most money of all the people in the world, because I know the world would be better if it was in your hands. So there's one. Team rewards, elite bonuses would allow for me to reward you guys better. As of right now, this is paying my bills, and that's great and that's wonderful, but I would like to do more than just pay my bills. I would like to, this is not a joke. If we hit elite, I am paying for everyone's hotel stay at Summit. Not a joke. Kid you not. Anyone who comes. I mean, we'll probably be packing in like sardines. I'll be honest with you. It won't be like, we'll be in an Airbnb. But I'm paying for it, and I'm not asking anyone for any money for any part of that stay. So there's that. I will be able to just send you guys more fun rewards when you hit Success Club. Like I just like the sky's the limit. We can do more diamond retreats where we're like some of us who are hitting certain benchmarks are going to go to Destin in the fall. Like I'll be able to do more fun stuff like that. We'll be able to, like, I'll be able to get houses for a few nights in like St. Louis so we can all meet up there. Like it is a common place. Like when I hear elite, I think awesome. Like our team culture is going to explode when I hear that. Not that it's not already amazing, but we'd actually be able to be together more often that way. And then leadership and fun. Like I just keep thinking about how fun it is for like you guys to kind of look at each other and go like, we're going to do this. Like just this common bond. Like I remember like sitting in that hotel room just this past weekend with like Amber and Bronte and Alexis. Like there were moments where we would start talking about it and we just kind of look at each other like, it's game on. Like this is going to happen. This is exciting. Like it's just so much more fun when we're all in it together and we all have, like I said, united in one purpose that way. So, and here's the big thing, okay? So I'm not just so you guys know, it's not about the income. It's not about the rank. That's fun. I think those are good things to get us somewhere. But that rank and that income means that more people are joining challenge groups, which are the things that changed our lives. Like I'm here because the challenge group is what changed my life. So if we're hitting these ranks, that means we're bringing more people in. And I mean, like, yeah, there are a million coaches out there. They could join another coach, but like, I want more people to join as a customer under you guys because you're legit. So there's that. Oh shoot. Next thing, like what's next, like what you can expect from me. Hold on, I'm like moving you guys around so in the recording it's not in the way. I'm going to start doing, which this is actually still lowballing it a little bit, but Ali Tessatori, who is one of the top 25 coaches in the network, when she is in a growing season, she does a sneak peek once a week. I'll be honest, I'm not working at that capacity yet. Like it's kind of like bicep curls. I can't just like go ahead and like grab the bar. So I am going to start off with 2 a week for you guys. And we are going to do those on Facebook and on Instagram. But here's the thing. I can do these all day long, but I personally as a coach did not start growing. Like our team did not start growing till I did them myself. Like I used to do sneak peeks where Danielle would do them and I would throw girls into that sneak peek. That really didn't work for me very much. Like I would get a few here and there, but because I wasn't the one leading that group, they didn't really trust me as a leader. Does that make sense? They're like, oh, you're gonna mentor me, but yet this girl's the one doing the sneak peek. Like there's that disconnect there. So my personal belief is if you really want your team to grow, you're gonna take and steal all my content out of those sneak peeks, and I'll even send you the Google Doc. You're gonna take and steal all that, you're gonna put it in your own words, and you're gonna run your own sneak peek. I personally am gonna do 2 a month for you guys that are just, because I know it's the most terrifying thing in the world. So I'm going to do 2 a month so you guys can throw people in there until you're comfortable. But if I'm just telling you, until you start doing them yourself, you're not going to see the results that you want as far as growing your team. I do want to start doing random team challenges like Amy Rada or Amy Bailey at this point. She gave me some really good ideas, so just expect that. I'm not going to go into detail because that's part of the surprise. I want to do mastermind calls, but only if you're showing effort. Like I want to match your pace, but I can't drag you. Like this is your business. You are not an employee of mine. You are a CEO of your own team. So you need to take on that mindset and run with that. I really want to do one-on-one goal setting strategy meetings where I like literally pull up your back office and I tell you what's going on in there, because it's so hard to learn it on your own and then watch like for example, I could pull up mine and do a team call and record it and you guys could see me dissecting mine, but it's still hard to take that and translate it to your own. So I would love to do one-on-one calls where I'm like helping you dissect your own back office and your own rank and how you need to place and volume and all of that stuff. Because I know that is Greek until it just comes over time. Zoom workouts, like I already said. Team retreats, like I already said, I want to start doing those on Super Saturdays. Like I want nothing big and grandiose. Like I don't want to take you away from your families all the time. Like that's not my goal here. We're doing this for freedom for our families. So I don't want to like take up all your time with these team retreats, but like I do want to be able to offer those. Action hours on Mondays, like I said, and then just consistency. Like I want all of these things to be done all the time. And so I've communicated that with my husband. By the way, if you have not communicated your goals with someone who you love, you have to do that, because then you're going to feel guilty all the time and like you're sidestepping them, and like you'll end up not committing to your goals because you'll feel like you're inconveniencing them and they don't even know about your goals. So just let them know, and then they'll be like, oh, okay, cool. And then you'll just be like, oh, I stressed over that and they were totally fine with it and actually support me. So you have to do that. And then from here, like this is the most basic stuff, but it is what it is. Your actions, all right? Like I'm not here to give you all these warm and fuzzy things and pump you up and light your fire and then say, all right, now do nothing the rest of the week. Like there has to be action based on where we're going to go. Like that's just how it is. So the first thing is to get over your fears and see how awesome you are. You will not grow this business if you're constantly saying that there are better coaches than you or that someone else could do this better. Like you're going to have days where you wake up and go, what the heck? Like, how did I get here? How did like these people trust me? I can't even like keep my kids clean and they trust me, but like you are awesome. Okay, you decided to do this. That's huge. Most people sit there and watch and never take action and even ask about this opportunity, and you did, and you signed up. So get over that and know that you're awesome. I also want you to understand how capable you are. Like I didn't come into this business knowing all of this. I was telling them this weekend, I literally got on YouTube and watched every single video, and I got in our back office and watched every single video until I got it. I can't tell you how many weeks I have spent watching volume trainings because I didn't get it. And then finally one day it clicked. Like it's not just one of those things where it's like it's supposed to feel like it comes easy. You're supposed to scrap and get some grit with this, and you are capable of doing this. It's just going to take time. I mean, this is a little side note here, but like You go to college for 4 years to learn how to be, like, for example, for me, a teacher. So you walk in feeling pretty prepared, somewhat prepared, to teach once you finally get there because you've had all this training. This is like, hey, I signed up to be a coach, and like you expect yourself to just get it like month one. That's not how it works. So like expect there to be a learning curve. Obviously don't stall out on that, but expect there to be some difficulty and expect this to feel almost like a college course in that sense where you're just trying and failing and trying and failing. And then one day you'll start fine tuning it enough to where you'll see, like you'll know that you're capable, and it won't just feel like you're spinning your gears. You are needed. There are people that only you can reach. The best example I can give you guys is Emily and Carly and me. Like, we are all in the same little town, and I felt like we were in the same circle. And there are girls, I kid you not, and by the way, this no longer offends me. I just want you to know, like, at first I used to be like up in arms about this kind of stuff, but it does not bother me ever since about 2 years ago. But there are girls that Carly and Emily have signed up since they have started coaching that I had been working on for like 2 years. And then all of a sudden Carly and Emily sign up and these girls are on board. And the reason why is those girls didn't need me. They needed Carly and Emily. And it's the same for all of you. Like, there's people, like all over. Like, I know Jen and Stephanie, like they have the same friend circle. And there are girls that don't need Stephanie that need Jen and don't need, or whatever, and vice versa. So like, don't feel like, and this is a big one, by the way. I just want a side note here too, for Stephanie and Courtney. There are two sisters that walked up on stage in the Legacy Club holding hands this week as they were getting recognized at Summit. If you don't know what the Legacy Club is, that's the $1 Million Club, meaning they both earned $1 million. Clearly, they're in the same warm market. They are sisters. But because they did this together, like, there are people that need one sister that don't need the other, and need this sister that don't need the other. Like, don't think that this is saturated or that you're not needed because there's already this coach or whatever. Like, you are needed by your people. So there's that tangent that I was not expecting to go on. Number 3 is set a goal because God wants you to grow into your potential. I was talking with Rachel Mitchell today, and I'm just going to put this out there. I was one of these women at one point. But sometimes Christian women are the worst workers. They really, really are, because we confuse or we use rest and peace in Jesus as an excuse to not set goals that make us uncomfortable. We think, oh my goodness, if it makes me uncomfortable, that means I'm not like resting. That could not be further from the truth. I look at these women in the Bible, they had to do some really uncomfortable things, you guys. Like, look at Ruth. I can't imagine threshing wheat in a field of I just can't even fathom. That's uncomfortable. And so I do not want you to think that being a Christian woman is this like comfortable peace thing. Like, that's a lie from the devil. Set a goal, let it scare you, and work toward it, because it's going to make you trust God more. You need to do things that are outside of your strengths, because that's when God shows up. So there's that. Number 4, set an example for others and get to work. That's plain and simple. That's logic. Like, that's, once again, the Lord says you got to work. Proverbs 31, she sets her hand. Like, I can't actually remember the verse right now, which is embarrassing, but she works. She's a hard worker. So print out your Success Club system tracker. There is no secret to this business. If you guys are like, how does Lauren do it? It's that. Like, I literally print it out. I check it off as I go. I don't do it perfectly. I'm an imperfect person. And there are days where I miss some things and hit others, but that is my guide every single day. And then 5, schedule a call with me to map out your plan for Diamond. So that's that one-on-one mastermind call I was talking about, where I can like really pull up your back office, say, here's what you need, here's how we can get there, and then I can check in with you as much as you want me to, or as much as you don't want me to, or whatever. So those are the action steps. But really, if I just had to like say one thing for tonight, like, it's just that we can do this. And I know, like, one of the coaches in one of the sessions, she was like, I know that coaching can feel like Groundhog Day. Like, you wake up and you're like, I have to do all of that all over again today. I have to make another workout post. I have to drink my shake again. I've got to eat those 4 containers or 5 containers of vegetables or whatever you're at. And so it can feel so monotonous and like you're not making any forward motion, and that sometimes stops us. But those are the unsexy things that compound and make progress. So just keep trucking. I've never believed in women more than I believe in this grid that I'm looking at right here on my screen. Do you guys have any questions for me or concerns or anything? Alexis, did you want to share anything from Summit? You don't have to. I'm totally putting you on the spot, but you don't have to.
Okay, because I've already hashed these things out with Austin. I'm sure he's annoyed about me talking about them so much. But my two biggest takeaways from Summit were definitely like, this is for anyone. Like, there's no excuse to not do what we are doing. I saw people from all walks of life. There was an 18-year-old girl who had her dad there to chaperone her, and then there was like a 72-year-old couple that got recognized on stage for coaching. Like, all across the board, there were new moms there were pregnant ladies there were people my mom's age there. Like, there's literally no excuse to not be able to do what we're doing and be successful at it. And what Lauren said, like, everybody there is just so normal. It's not your, I don't know, like, I'm starstruck easily, as Austin would say, but like, they're just normal people. They're not fancy. They don't have like a secret sauce that they put on their sandwiches every morning or anything like that. Like, they're just normal people that you can interact with. Let's see, there was something else that I was going to go with about that. And everyone there, for the most part, wanted everyone else to be successful. It wasn't a competition. Like, even though we're in the same business, we're out to achieve the same goals. Nobody's like, oh, well, I hope that I get Success Club before she does. Like, everybody wants you to succeed, and everybody, like, any of the people that I connected with just on my own, like on the flight there and back, or like in a cab or anything like that, they were so eager to be like, oh, well, have you looked at blah, 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 and like would give you their resources. Or like, I'm getting on a team call with another girl next week because she just like offered it up. She's like, hey, we're going to do like a mastermind session and we're both diamond. Do you want to hop on? I'm like, yeah, that would be awesome. So like, we've shared back and forth a lot of stuff, and it's just such a cool community to be a part of, because it's other women encouraging other women. We're not, for the most part. I mean, there are the select few, but everybody wants everybody else to succeed, and we all want the best for each other. I was just blown away by the whole experience. Like, mentally, emotionally exhausted, physically exhausted. But it was so awesome. It was awesome. I highly recommend next year. Like, I'm buying my ticket after our call. So
yeah, I already got mine too. I was like, I cannot miss that price.
Yeah.
And by the way, just so you guys know, like, New Orleans, when there's a big group, because I know some of it, like me, I'm calling myself out. Like, when I first heard New Orleans 2 years ago, I was like, that's scary. I've heard bad things about that place. It's nothing like that when there's like 20,000 coaches there walking around all the time. So it's very safe, very fun. I really enjoyed that city. So it was a good time.
And the security was awesome the whole time we were there. Like, anytime we had a big function, like the super workouts, there were like, they hired a company to come in and do security. So you'd see like people in their black polos with their backpacks and their earpieces in, just like walking around the streets and beside you and in between the groups. Like, there was never a time that I felt unsafe. Mm-hmm. And except when I almost wrecked the scooter. But other than that, it was fine.
Oh, it was so fun. Yeah, we're already, so just so you guys know, Bronte's not on the call tonight. She actually just broke her fever. She got sick while she was at Summit. It was the most heart-wrenching thing ever. But she's from Indianapolis. And so she was like, we got to do this. We got to go here. We got to do this. So we're already, go ahead and join us in this quest. We're scouting coaches to like enroll from New Orleans so that we can have that experience again, because that was awesome. But anyways, all right, if you guys don't have any more questions, I will go ahead and wrap up, and then we'll get to work. Oh, one thing I wanted to say too, because some of you are probably like, your head's probably kind of going this way because this is where mine would go, is if you're not one of my personally sponsored coaches, how can you really help? Because like it's my personally sponsors that have to get to diamond. And the way that you can help is to go to emerald, because that is what gets them to diamond. And so that's where this is fully a team effort. And then what's really cool is once your sponsored coach goes diamond, then she's going to help you get to diamond. Like this is truly like, hey, I pull you up and then you help pull them up. This is that kind of business when we say we support each other that way, and it's not about pitting ourselves against each other. That's exactly what it is. So I'm going to end on that. I love you guys. I love your faces. I'm going to go ahead and start uploading this to YouTube to share with everybody else. Bye. Oh, wait. Can someone get a picture? Because I don't have my phone.
I got it.
Okay. Just smile.
Hold on, I gotta go this way.
Okay.
Okay, I'll post it in the group chat.
Sweet. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.